So welcome back to Leo the Beekeeper. Obviously during the winter breaks there wasn't so much footage on my channel. I guess we're back at it again, and I've got a new member to my beehive family, and it's the Hive National Super. So this is specifically made for national beehives, so I'm going to be using that as my super, and I'm really excited. So the first thing I'm going to do is I haven't actually inspected that hive since last year. So during the winter it's just been doing its thing, so I'm going to go into the beehive and have a look at it and do a mini inspection, and also look for the queen bee which is inside there. Once I've located her, I'll then put on the queen excluder onto the brood box, and then put on my brand new Hive National Super, and then put a crown board on top of that, or I might put on my old super so the bees can actually take the honey from the old super and put that into the new Hive Super. I hope that makes sense to you. So I've just opened up the hive and I can see a lot of activity. There are a lot of bees in the super, so I'm just going to put a bit of smoke there so they just go down, and then I can I can basically I can get on with what I need to be doing, because I don't really want them to be coming out and pestering me. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm also going to see if the queen's in there. If the queen is there, I'll just basically try catching it and just putting it back into the brood box. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is going to be really exciting. I'm just going to be really careful as well, just in case that the queen bee isn't in the actual super which is on at the moment. So I'm just going to give that a shake, move that out of the way, and I'm just going to have a quick look that the queen bee is not in the super. I have heard from other members of my association, and they have seen the queen bee in the super, so I don't actually want that, and this is what they've actually done themselves. So I'm just going to quickly gander through and have a look if the queen bee is in here. Okay, so I've done my I've had a look through the super, and it looks quite lively in there. I'm going to take the super and I'm going to put the super on top of the roof. So as you can see, this is another crown board which I have. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this out of the way. Before I do anything, it's really important to just put a bit of smoke there, so they know I'm coming. I don't really like using a lot of smoke, but you know, it's just for letting them know that I'm coming into the hive, and also it's sort of for my safety as well. So, wow. Well, this is amazing. I wonder what's going on here. I'm going to try looking for the queen now and see if I can spot this queen. I can't see the queen here. I'm having a look. They are clustered about, and I'm just going to be looking if there's anything I should be looking for. but I can't see no queen on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake them really hard and I'm going to put them back into the brew box. I'm going to put that to one side. Now I have all of this here. I've got wax which is building up, which is great. So I'm going to take this excess wax, put that to one side. I can use that when I'm making some kind of cosmetic or something. I'm going to take this excess wax off as well. And I'm going to try taking all of this paper off. Not paper, plastic. It's from the fondant which I put. Just going to slowly take all the plastic off. Wow, they really built into that plastic. It's amazing. So I'm going to just put the plastic to one side. So take this one off. They've really done a good job sticking the plastic to the fondant. Of the fondant, sorry. Just going to check if the queen bee is on here. No, I'm going to shake that. Now, I have a bit of plastic here. A bit of plastic here. Can you see that? That's a wonderful sight, isn't it? That is wonderful. Look at that. That's amazing. Just going to see if the queen is there. Queen doesn't seem to be there. Put that to one side. And I'm going to take the eek off. So the eek is off, and right, time to have a look through my beehive. So I've just spotted my queen on the third frame here, and I've had a look, and it looks really, everything looks really good, but I don't want to risk losing my queen, so I'll put that frame back really quickly. I'm not going to check the last two frames because I have found the queen, and that's what really matters at this stage. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to just push the frames back slightly. I'm going to put back the first frame which I took out. So that's all nice, and then just push the frames back a little bit more, put the dummy board back in there. I don't want to agitate the bees. I think I've disturbed them more than enough for today, so I'm just happy that I found my queen. And yeah, that was the key today, so that was good. And I'm just going to take off excess wax because I don't know how everything else is going to fit on. I'm just going to take this off, just going to take bits of wax off so it all as well. And this wax you can actually use for, you know, making your small little beauty products, or, you know, I don't know what you might be doing with it. You know, you can actually reuse all of this wax which you take off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the queen excluder on. Obviously I had to modify this queen excluder, so I put on a bit of beading so it has that bee space. So I'm just going to pop that on, shuffle that about. Oh, better take that off. So I put the queen excluder on, so that's great. So I've decided to put my Flow Hive on. So this is the Flow Hive National Super. I'm going to put it back to front, so it sits well. Hopefully, he says. Wait. This is my first Flow Hive Super. First of many, I hope. So looks about right. On top of this, I will put on my National Super. It seems to me that it's a bit tight, so what I'll do is I'll put the econ. So I'm going to put an econ like that. Should be right. So I've decided to put an econ. Now on top of the eek, I will place my National Super. Now on top of my National Super, I'll put a modified crown board. What I might do is not use this crown board at the moment. I've gone back to my old crown board because obviously I have made space elsewhere in the beehive, so that'll fit well, that'll sit nicely. And now I'm going to put on the roof. So guys, I've just finished up, and it really took me I guess an hour or so in regards to debating what I'm going to put with my flow hive and how I was going to arrange it. So basically, starting from the very bottom, obviously I've got a Varroa board floor, mesh floor there, and then on top of that I've got my existing brood chamber. On top of that I've got a queen excluder, which has beading going around it, so it has some bee space there. On top of that I've got my new addition, which is my national super flow hive, and then on top of that, directly on top of that, I've put on my existing super, so bees can take the honey which is stored there down to the chambers of the flow hive. And then on top of my existing super, I've put another crown board there, and I've put some fondant which I had lying about, so I've put some fondant up on top of the existing super, and then finishing that off I've got a roof and then a bit of polystyrene to go on top of that as well. What I have also done, I've left some fondant which has vitamins and proteins in it, which I want to use up, and I've just left that in the brood box, so they can have a bit of a nibble. You know, this is a bit of a trial and error thing with the new flow hive, national super flow hive. So yeah, wish me luck on this new journey, and hopefully you know, I get good results.